Hi, this is Phil Hinton and welcome along to JVC headquarters here in North London. We're here for a couple of very special podcasts. In the first few we're going to show you two systems. One which features the HD100 with its anamorphic lens, and the second system is a lottery winner's dream, a system costing over £150,000. But in this first video we're going to take a look at the new JVC Slimline LCD TV. So with Andy from JVC, and we're next to the new Slimline LCD TVs, causing a bit of fuss on the forums. People are interested in finding out a bit more about it. So Andy, tell us a little bit about the set.
Well, first of all, and obviously the first thing we need to talk about is the slimness. As we know at the moment, this is the slimmest TV with a built-in tuner on the market. And we're talking really quite slim here, 39 millimeters at its slimmest point. And around the back, which we'll look at later, there's where the main electronics are, is 74. So really astonishingly slim. And to enhance that, we have a special bracket that we've engineered so that when the set is put on the wall, it is as close and flush to the wall as it can possibly be.
So in this day and age with HD playback, it will handle 24 frames per second?
Yes, you can input 24 frames per second, and it actually displays it at 48. So it's a smooth and true representation of the original material.
So obviously some new features on there as well as a dynamic backlight, which is obviously ideal for the LCD technology. Yes,
in the past we've been criticised for our lack of contrast on our TVs, so we've introduced dynamic backlight, and on the 42-inch that's giving us 7,500 contrast ratio.
That's 7,500 to 1?
Yeah.
And obviously it is super slim. This is what's going to attract people. Why do you think people are drawn to this super slim set?
I think first of all people appreciate style and elegance in a TV, all other things being equal, and particularly if the TV is mounted on a wall. What they're really looking for is that frameless picture hanging on the wall appearance that's so modern and neat. We've tried to enhance that even more. Not only is the set slim, but the bezel that surrounds the picture is only 23 millimeters wide.
So it almost looks like a picture frame when it's on the wall, because it's only 23 millimeters round there, and the only bit that looks thick is the bottom plate, which has the JVC logo.
Yes, and even that's quite slim when you consider that's where the speakers are as well. We've employed max space on this because the speakers are very small. We find that max space has worked very effectively on our TV range over the past few years, and it's noted for being able to produce a very solid sound from very small speakers.
And I guess the main plus point here is that we have seen slim screens from other manufacturers, but none of them have built-in tuners, and none of them are on the market as yet.
Well, we're not entirely sure that the consumer is quite ready for an external box of electronics connected to their TV, though in the future that may be the way to go. What we've tried to do is to minimise the format of an existing TV, so that to make the tuner and the electronics as small as possible. And a byproduct of making them that small and the new backlight system is a very low power consumption.
And what is the power consumption on these sets? I mean, we're told nowadays don't leave the set in standby and so on, so how much juice does it actually use?
It's a maximum of half a watt in standby, and only 188 watts when it's in maximum running mode. So that's its maximum consumption. And these things are becoming more and more important to people. Also, of course, it means that it's generating less heat. There are two screen sizes in the DS range. The 42-inch that you've already seen at the Bristol show, and new here, this is the first time we've seen the pre-production model working. This is the 46-inch. The only real difference between the 42 and the 46-inch is that the 46-inch has a 10,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Otherwise, all the main features are the same over both models.
Andy, how important to JVC is consumer feedback from the likes of the AVForums and our members. How seriously do you guys take that, and do you monitor the forums?
AVForums is very important to us. The feedback that we get is very valuable. All of the comments that we get, we feed back to our engineers in Japan. And I can tell you that one or other of us is looking at AVForums every day, and often more than one of us. And that goes from the managing director down. I think the feedback that we value is that most of the people that are on AVForums have quite a degree of knowledge about projectors, and they have a wide experience of different types of projectors, so that we get a real feel for how the market is.
Well, Andy, thank you very much for letting us have a look around JVC headquarters here, and thank you very much for joining us and telling us a little bit more about the slimline LCDs and, of course, your projectors. Thank you.
It's great to have you here, Phil.